This Republican called out Democrat Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries for lying about his connections to Jeffrey Epstein.
I've taken to the floor today to respond to Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries calling me a, quote, stone-cold liar during a press conference defending the recent discovery of Democrats' communication with convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. And I bring with me something that he and many of his fellow Democrats like Jamie Raskin, Jasmine Crockett, and Stacey Plaskett, apparently detest. And that is a thing called evidence. Tuesday, I gave a speech on the House floor detailing my House Oversight Committee's good work to date on our Epstein investigation. After all, Hakeem Jeffries, the Democrats in Congress, and your allies in the corporate media have been demanding a full release of the Epstein documents for months, including all the documents from the Epstein estate. So without hesitation, I subpoenaed all of the Jeffrey Epstein estate documents because I, as well as my Republican colleagues on the House Oversight Committee, we want to know what really happened, what went on, who was involved in these unspeakable crimes. We want justice for the survivors. That's why we're doing this investigation. So House Oversight obtained over 30,000 pages of documents from the estate. Unlike the Democrats, who only released 10 of those over 30,000 pages of documents, Republicans on the House Oversight Committee released every single document on the website for the American people to see. Democrats and many in the media were anxiously clutching their pearls in anticipation of potential dirt on President Trump. In the end, after full transparency by the Republicans on the Oversight Committee, there was nothing new about the president's former relationship with Epstein, and certainly nothing scandalous. But we did find two sitting Democrat members of Congress had communication with Epstein. First, it's been highly reported and debated about Congresswoman Stacey Plaskett texting during an Oversight Committee hearing with Jeffrey Epstein while trying to conspire with him to hurt or embarrass Donald Trump. But according to Jamie Raskin, that was okay because Mr. Epstein was her constituent. Now, how embarrassing a rationale is that? But the second communication was this email right here, where Hakeem Jeffries' campaign reached out directly to Jeffrey Epstein, soliciting campaign dollars for the, quote, Brooklyn Barack. Now, whereas Jamie Raskin explained Plaskett's communication with Epstein as simply responding to a constituent, Hakeem Jeffries had a very different response when asked about it by the media. He denied its existence. Hakeem Jeffries said, Comer is a stone-cold liar. And then he reverted to calling me names for the second week in a row. So let's read it to make sure. To Jeffrey Epstein, and that's the real Jeffrey Epstein, not Jasmine Crockett's Jeffrey Epstein. This is the real Jeffrey Epstein. From Hakeem Jeffries' campaign. Dear Jeffrey, we are thrilled that we are working with Congressman Hakeem Jeffries, one of the rising stars of the New York delegation, sometimes referred to as Brooklyn's Barack. Hakeem is committed to electing a Democrat majority in 2014 and is encouraging his friends to participate in a DCCC fundraising dinner with President Obama and Hakeem Jeffries. It ends with a number for Jeffrey Epstein to call to go to the dinner and, quote, get an opportunity to get to know Hakeem better. Here's the evidence. The email speaks for itself. The only stone-cold liar in this debate is Hakeem Jeffries. So, Mr. Minority Leader, take a deep breath, chill out, stop lying, Stop with the juvenile name calling and own up to the fact that your campaign solicited campaign cash from Jeffrey Epstein. With that, Mr. Speaker, I yield back.
So I just want you to understand what has just been exposed here by this Republican Congressman James Comer. Basically, what he's saying here is that he has exposed via the Democrats, they were pushing for the release of these files, push for the files, push on the files. Oh, we got something on Trump. We got something on Trump. Notice you haven't heard anything about this for a while because they had nothing on Trump because they never really did. But what they were able to find out is that the top Democrat, all right, Hakeem Jeffries is the House Minority Leader. He is a sleazy scumbag that comes out of Brooklyn, the Brooklyn Barack, whatever. So they have exposed this person begging Jeffrey Epstein for campaign donations. Not only begging him for campaign donations, but begging for a sit-down dinner so that he could presumably go sell his soul to Jeffrey Epstein. The same one that they keep on trying to, literally use as an albatross around Trump's neck, although there are no real ties between Trump and Epstein. So what this speaks to me is literally how sleazy these Democrats are, how they lie about everything, and how every single thing that they say Republicans are doing, this is just something that they're doing. And even in this video, he exposed another Democrat, Stacey Plaskett, for texting with Jeffrey Epstein in the middle of a House Oversight Committee hearing. It is outrageous. It is insane. And I'm so glad that these Democrats are being exposed for the liars and grifters they are.